My mom made me. We look like you. So there's God. That make us man. Let us make man. Let us, you and mom, make us, me, in your image. And
And the
that there you
Bible
go.
not
You know what
all
I'm saying?
bad because the Bible literally says honor thy mother and father. That's one of the commandments. So
Exactly.
it points you to that, but you have to know how to read the Bible. And then at the same time, you have to be able. I won't say take it with a grain of salt, but you got to be able to just take it for what it is and not cut
What up, Joe?
yourself off from new other information. But the Bible itself is not an evil or bad book. It's good to utilize because it is a lot of real good knowledge in it. But at the same time, I feel like it's also limiting your godness when you don't allow other information to stream through your vessel. Because all information is good to a certain extent. You just got to know what
Facts.
to cling on to and not cling on like a parent, but you have to cling on and take from it what you can, take what nutrients is good for you, and then move on. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be. I don't think it's good to just be locked into some shit because you're limiting your ego's ability to create. Your ego is ever creating. It's forever growing. It's forever gathering new information. That's the only thing you're supposed to do as a soul. Is go
I
Facts.
out and
always
figure
believe
new
that
shit out.
the Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Right. The Bible.
Right. Once you leave Earth, you can deal with the rest of the shit.
I don't even think it's even just that. I think the Bible is just basic instructions. I don't even like that acronym because that's somebody read that.
Because I know what all this is. When you guys say certain things, it sounds so real. It's true. It sounds so silly that it's true. The way you put it.
It's
A lot
simple.
of
It's
people
really
say
simple.
that
We
again.
overcomplicate this shit.
A whole lot
We
of people
Basically
say that
overcomplicate it.
instructions from
again.
other people on earth. But at the
What
same
up,
time,
Shadow?
I think we got to understand that we create. I like the way, like I said, I get some of this from my current teacher, spiritual teacher, but you have to be able to understand that we create atmospheres. We create. He believes that we create the sun. The sun is what we create via all of us being here collectively, and that sun radiates the dream that we live in day by day. So right now we're locked into this dream with this ego, this version of ourselves. But we have thousands and thousands and billions of versions of ourselves that's also constantly creating and living in other dimensions.
I could get that, but then my dumbass child like mine gonna be like, why the fuck we call it the sun then? Why does everybody call it the sun if we create it? Why it can't
It's
be
the
something else?
son of God.
Why we can't call it the wall?
I mean, you can though,
You know what I'm saying?
but
Why
you
we
would
ain't
have to
call it?
create a civilization that will
Why did
gather
we? Where
around
did
your
we
belief
all
system.
agree to call this shit the sun? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where in time did we say, hey, we gonna call this bitch right here, this luminary, the sun? We gonna call this shit the moon? When we could have been like, yo, that's ass cheeks, that's titties. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have said anything.
What the
You know
fuck?
what I mean? But we all
Like
agree
I
and
call
adhere to
it
this shit.
processor and server. I call the moon the server, and I call the sun the processor.
Mm.
I, nobody told me to do that.
It's
I'm
Everybody
just
okay.
said
now
Yeah.
sharing it with the general public.
I like that.
But
Call it what you will. The words are just placeholders for the
that's
energy
what I'm
that's
saying.
behind them.
That's what
But
leaving Earth really means. That's why I laugh because we are literally thinking we're going to be like what the movies and what they're saying with the wings, and we're going to fly off like Heru with the hawk head. No, leaving Earth means you have the ability to utilize your mind to create whatever you want for as far as you want because there's no ice wall.
mm. Mm.
You know,
well, so what
That's
does the
true.
ice wall have to do with that though? The consciousness.
Because they told you so and you're going to imagine it. Hence, you only go as far as Antarctica. And when you go there, duh, there's an ice wall. Why? You imagined it so.
yeah.
Because this is literally an interface
Let me put this in
processing
let me put this in layman's terms so everybody can get it.
unit.
Let me put it in layman's terms. So you're playing Grand Theft Auto, right? If you look in front of you, you see the city, but you can't see what's behind you. Honestly, when you look behind you, there's nothing there until your eyes focus on it. The moment your eyes focus on it, buildings start to pop up. You see what I'm saying? People start to walk through. This is what they say is the fucking database or the server that it runs the matrix. because what you can't see, you can only see as far as your eyes can see. So what you can't see doesn't mean it's not there, but it has not developed or manifested in the tangible physical 3D realm. I forgot what they call this fucking syndrome, but it's a real thing. And it's basically like when you driving down the street, you don't know what's there, but like everything that is gifted to you. Has anybody ever seen the McDonald's get put up? Has anybody ever seen these places get taken down that just used to be there and they're not there anymore? You never saw them going down there. You drive down the same route every day. You never
Right.
seen them take it down, but all of a sudden it's a new store there. All of a sudden out of nowhere, shit like that.
Right.
It's not saying that they're not building it. It's just
Right.
nigga, you was like, where were you in time to catch them actually building and buying the land and changing the plot out and everything like that? Some buildings you do get to see. You see them go out of business. You see them change it up and shit like that. But like when we was born, nigga, McDonald's was on every corner. Starbucks is like every 5 feet. I don't never see them put these bitches up though.
Yeah,
I
Maybe
I
never
True
forgot
seen
that's
that.
Falls
a
is
law
like
too.
a
That's an
mall.
actual law too.
Right.
Like I
It's
forget
like the
what the law
generic brand
is,
of a coffee
but
shop.
it's
You
like
know?
they say atoms don't even exist until you look at them. Once you, because they did this under a telescope. Basically, they didn't observe the atom, so the atom didn't exist until they started observing it. When they
They got
observed
some
it, the
crazy
atom
experiment
became real. That's an
with
actual
Adam.
science. They was able to prove this. I forget
Have you heard of
the name.
the
Yes.
particle
Yeah, the
experiment?
particle theory. Like the shit don't even
The
exist
double
until
split
you. Yeah,
experiment.
yeah.
Right, the double
Once you
split.
look
Yes,
at you
yes.
observe the atom becomes. So
Hmm.
that's literally scientific evidence showing you that you literally what you focus on becomes reality. What you pay attention to starts to exist. You can
Right.
look at
Right.
somebody. I've
Okay.
done this in
Remember that
relationships.
wall?
You can look at somebody and start to care for that person more, and they'll get more beautiful and they'll flourish just based off of you paying attention to them.
But see,
You
is
can
that
grow
because
your
you're
hair
putting
back
your
this way
energy
if you
towards
do it
that
right.
person and it's reflecting back, like he was saying earlier about reflections, Tim? Because Tim was
Well,
talking about reflection. You said all of this shit is reflective. So, like, when you say that and you look into somebody, say you're not interested in them in the very beginning, but the more you spend time around them, the more you get to
they
know
become
them,
more
the more you
beautiful.
put your
Yeah,
energy towards you, the more y'all start to become each other. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right.
It's like
They become
the
more beautiful and more
symbiotic
ugly based off
relationship.
of personality a lot of times too.
Do you know what you guys just made me realize? Remember, what's the name of that wall that they threw down in Atlanta? What was it, 2 years ago or last year? That wall that they said was the oldest stone, that stone wall with those two pillars.
Bro said, "How can you use it to grow hair?"
Which
What was
one?
the name of that? What was the name of that? Those rocks
I
I
that
don't
they
know
know
what
what
you're
you're
had
talking
talking
piled on
about.
each
about, but I
other.
can't think.
Stonewall? I don't know what was. Oh, wait, oh, you talking about? I know what you're talking about. You talking about the
I'm not
tablets.
sure.
You
Okay,
talking about? She talking
they
about
were
the
proving
tablets.
that same.
She talking about
Huh?
bruh.
The
Who's in
Georgia
Atlanta right now?
Guidestones.
Jordan
Thank you
Oh,
so
the
much,
Guidestone.
Lick.
Guidestone. Yeah, the
Yes.
Guidestone.
Okay.
Right.
So they were proving that very experiment that you were talking about, but from a macro level. That's literally the double slit experiment in real time. Those pillars were supposed to they were using it to observe how does the light split apart coming through the pillars. It was way more pillars, of course, so you could see all the different views of amalgamation of the angles of light as it's coming, because remember those stones were set at a position for the rising and setting of the sun at the same time, so you can observe the light manifestation from both angles, setting and rising.
And the
It's
craziest part about
crazy.
that, but the craziest part about that, let's take Stonehenge for instance. There's 1,000 Stonehenges all around the planet, but a lot of people don't know about them. But they say
Right.
that Stonehenge, what we see is just the surface. They actually
Right.
go miles down underground.
Right. They're
Yeah,
You
buried.
see? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's
and if
just
you
like
stand inside these things,
Right. So you're checking
the
out the
vibration
magnetic
of it,
field
yeah,
and the
the
light
magnetic
field at the
field
have
same
y'all
is
seen the
time.
map
intense.
of
Wow.
the White House and how the top of the White House is really like half of the building and like the rest of it is all the way underground, like
Yep.
way,
Yeah,
way underground? Have
Yep.
y'all
yeah,
seen that map?
I have
They
not seen.
show there's a
I
map
ain't
where
seen
they
the
got the
map, but I
monument
believe
and
it.
everything. Everything that we see on the surface is like half built. Everything else is below ground. They just never dug deep enough.
Right.
You see what I'm
And see,
saying?
the scary thing about that is too, if you when you have elite construction people like you'll have in the government, like the White House, there's no telling how deep they can go. They can go as deep as they
Oh,
want to go, as deep
they
as money
yeah,
will allow them to buy.
and that's why they got shit running all
They
throughout.
got Tesla got tunnels and shit all over
Yeah,
America.
bro.
He has a plan to have tunnels and shit running through America
That's
in the
why
next
they don't
couple of years.
allow certain black people to own delis in New York because
Bill
those
Gates bought a
delis.
$1 billion of real estate in Georgia. I mean, in America, bro. I think in the last year or two, especially during COVID, bro, he was buying all the farmland up. He
Who,
bought
Elon?
billions and billions. Yeah, no, the Bill Gates. He bought billions and billions of
Oh
acres
fuck.
worth of
Bill
land in the
Gates,
U.S.
all of them
Bill
did.
Gates, yeah.
Bill Gates, all the because it's tax write offs and it's how they launder their money. But
But
also,
at the same
like,
time, what are they doing with all that land? What are you working
so
and why are you buying the farmland? If you're a technology guy,
because
why are
for
you buying the
one,
farms out?
where the fuck is Tim at? Because he need to be in this conversation. For one, they're buying the land because they know that y'all haven't claimed y'all's land back. That's the first
That
thing.
that too, but they not giving us that shit back. I don't give a fuck what name we say we is and what ancestors on this land. Oh, we got money now. You gotta buy it back. They bought
Mm,
it.
You gotta
So
buy
valid
that.
they
point.
run the government. That's my
Valid
whole
point,
that's
Hugh.
why I be kinda like, okay, that genealogy shit cool, but at the same time, these niggas not giving this land up. They gonna go to war for that land. They already
Do
fought us
you
for the
know?
land.
I
They
just want
already
to put
killed us
you
for
on
the
some
land.
spiritual game, Crystallize. If that's you talking, sir,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
me.
like to put you on some spiritual game, right? All of us right now in here, if we all buy some property, and whether we know it or not, and it's ancestral land, the land is automatically alive. And within 5,000 miles of where your feet had touched, will be at your disposal in no time. That's if you really know your power and you know who you riding with. I promise you right now, you go get your property. I promise you gonna see coyotes. The honeybees is gonna come to your tree. All that is gonna be signs that the ancestors, you feel me? Our elders and our ancient spirits is here to run shit out of town, Bundong, Babylon,
Yeah,
make
that
it
was
your town type shit.
yeah, that was a powerful
That's the kind of power I'm riding with. And I can't tell you how my little area right here in my little rinkety town, my little rinkety spot, my little rinkety apartment building, I done ran them out of town. I cleared out everything within 500 miles. And it's just me. You feel what I'm talking about? Not that I don't still hear the whoop, 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 whoop every now and then, but they don't come bother us.
They can't.
You feel
where you live?
exactly. New York City, the worst part where everybody tells me to run. Yeah,
You
I'm
got land
cleaning
in
up
New
my little
York.
500 miles. Huh?
500 miles in New York is a lot of money. How are you doing that?
I'm just saying, I'm seeing the cleanup in terms of my spirit being activated and I'm amplified. And I'm seeing the transformation based on how I just changed my little mind. I'm seeing how it affects the whole geographical location. And I'm seeing changes up to 500 miles because I ride the bus. I don't take nobody tunnel. I'm not no lizard, respectfully. Sorry. Shout out to all the lizard. I love you. You work on my behalf. Shout out to y'all. Y'all eradicate my enemies. I love all lizards.
Yeah, and that's really
That's how I
that
sleep so
that's
nice
that
at night.
American Indian energy because the American Indians was in tune with nature or nature, all that same shit. Like nature is
Mm-hmm.
the Kemetic
Yep.
people,
I
all that
love the
nature shit.
coyotes. I love the
That's
wolf.
what they call
I
God,
love the
nature.
jackal. Yeah.
So it's
I'm
just
telling all y'all jackals, oh, shout out to all the jackals, shout out to all the honeybees, shout out to all the coyotes, shout out to all the wolves. Y'all protect me at night. I sleep so well because of you. I love y'all. Shout out to Anubis, shout out to Ampu, shout out to all y'all. Brrr.
I say.
Gang. That's the
Gang,
meanest thing.
gang,
I already know what it is.
gang, gang.
So,
Y'all make me sleep at night. Facts. So I could
I,
come turn
I I
up
talked to
for
a
my
chief about
readings in the
that.
morning.
They said the chiefs they even did that they were so cold with their mind and being interconnected with God. One, they could make light, they could generate light from their hands, and I have a real life testimony of people being able to have this power, create light using their body, literally like real
not
life
hard.
light, like a fucking flashlight. And then beyond that, also you can get bit by a snake. Any venom, any human can become immune to any venom, especially if you in tune and got natural blood from this land. You can all you
Mm-hmm.
got to do is say thank you for your healing, thank you for your medicine, and that poison transforming your mind because you didn't mentally think it was poison. because you're taught it was poison, so your body reacts to it like
Right.
poison. Your body
Right.
gets
I'm telling
alkalized,
the
the
spider
chemicals in it
thank you
turn
now
into
because I have a
medicine.
spider bite.
Like
I think
toad,
I'm
like
about to be
even you can
Spider
eat
Man.
toad poison and shit like that and trip out, go to higher rams and hallucinate, but
Does anybody
positively.
do boxing or martial arts, any type of full contact sport?
I do.
No.
So what do they tell you when you get hit? What's the first thing they tell you?
Go ahead.
Nigga, breathe, nigga, don't pass out. I don't know
It
shit. I
ain't
don't
even
know.
breathe. No, it's
Roll
to
with the punches.
yes. Okay, in that
Yeah,
sense, it's to relax your body.
yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you be in a car accident, they tell you to relax your body before impact.
Right.
A
That's
lot
why
of
they
people don't understand because your kinetic energy absorbs that shit. The thing that he talking about with the light around your hands, because I got activated in what 2018. That's what your Reiki healers are doing. All they're doing is bending the toroidal field around them and their aura to where they're bending it, and then they're physically focusing on a certain point of those energy meridians to where they harness all their energy flow to flow into that meridian, and it can
Yeah.
become physical. That's why when you rub
Right.
your hands together, it's like basic science and friction and shit. When you rub your hands together, if you have healing hands, rub your hands together. If you have a stomach ache, and touch your stomach and see what happens. I do that to my kids all the time.
Yep.
Like I heal them all the time with my hands. That's why you don't let everybody lay hands on you.
My
That's what they be
son do
doing in the
that to
church.
me all the time, Sage, and it used to piss me off because he'll just fall down and cut himself on purpose and like, Ma, so I could kiss it and he could see it here.
Like it's a lot
And
of
I
shit that I
didn't
know. I just
realize
don't
until
teach it.
you just said it that that's why he does that.
I was
Oh
waiting on
my
your ass to get back in
God.
here, bro. We were just talking about something important. I wanted you in here because he was talking something about the land, and he said like, what did you say, Crystal? Something
Fuck.
along the land about how like if you get bit by a snake or something like that, if you're
Oh yeah, yeah.
um
The Native Americans or the American Indians was real familiar with this practice, and even some tribes in Africa do it today. They raise the children around snakes and shit like that, so they don't have the fear of snakes. But you can also do it if you get bit by a spider or a snake, or
right.
because you got to think about what we did, the natives or the aboriginals on this earth when we would get bit by these things. All you have to do is say thank you for your healing, and you can
Right.
alchemize it and turn that poison into a healing substance. Your brain will learn how to alchemize it and transform it into a good. It's all based on your perspective. That just shows how powerful the mind is. That's why it's fucked up how they giving all these people cancer and HIV just based off of them telling them they have it, and they read the symptoms and they get the symptoms based off them reading the symptoms and a doctor that they trust telling them that they have this. When you
That's
can
why
heal
the
the
internet
real
is a
disease
dangerous
with your
place because
mind.
a lot of people. I used to get on people a lot, especially with the new age community, because they used to throw this word narcissism and toxicity around like it was fucking candy, and I'll look at them and I'll be like, bro, everybody has narcissistic tendencies if they were born in America. If they were born in any European ran country by the monarch, you got narcissism in you because it's under MK Ultra, and that's one of the symptoms. And a lot of
Mm,
people don't understand that shit. And I'll be like, bro, the reason why I don't fall for a lot of this shit that be happening is because I'm naive to the shit. I'm oblivious to the shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So out of sight, out of mind, for real. Like dead ass. People really don't hear what I'm saying. Out of sight, out of mind, for
Mm.
real. And
Right.
the craziest part, most of us live like that. For instance, ain't shit going on to you when it comes to Palestine because you don't have nobody related to Palestine.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But Palestine is
Right.
Africa. Whether
That
y'all want
goes
to
to
accept that shit or not, Palestine is on the borderline of Asia and Africa. It
that
really
goes to
is.
show how crazy
But
how
isn't
Lebanon,
it kind of dying down?
hell no,
not
it ain't
really.
dying down. Where's Malad? Is Malad in here?
Okay, my
Not really.
bad.
That shit bad.
Man,
And then, but
listen, bro,
that
they've been
goes to
doing this shit
show,
since before we were born.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that
saying? The
goes to
only
show
reason why
too our ability
you
to
see what I'm saying?
teleport
Tim said
and
that's not my
transport
reality.
reality.
Exactly. So it's not his reality, right? So it doesn't affect him. Yet it affects us all because it is our reality if we're talking about the collective consciousness.
Yeah,
Most
You
the
people
see,
Earth.
that's what I'm
separate the collective
saying.
consciousness with their physical individual reality. And that's the thing that
See,
I've been trying
the
to get people to
collective
understand.
consciousness is what grinds my corns to cornmeal and make me make fufu. Because I'm saying, right?
Can we not talk about
Why
corn,
can't we
please?
get on the
Only one more
timeline?
live about corn. No corn. Say righteous no. I don't need another live on corn, bro.
Yeah,
They
them
did a
niggas be
whole
steady
No,
on. They
20
be
ass
no,
talking
live
about
on
my
corn
corn.
for
bad.
3 fucking
My
hours.
Platinum with
bad.
corn.
All
Nah, but
right,
it
bro.
I'm
makes
just,
sense. I
can we
get why
jump on the
people.
timeline where they eradicated and they just turn to poof powder and we
Yeah,
move on with our lives?
yeah. No, I get it.
Because we
You
can
know,
really do that
We can do that. You can do that right now if you really wanted to, but
right now, bro.
you would have
Sage,
to
come
release
on,
your
let's go.
attachments. That's why the Buddha's way
Let's
is
do it.
not
5
being
minutes
attached to
silence
anything,
and they
so you can really
eradicated, and next day we lit.
no,
yeah.
I get that because like me and Swego, we got rid of a hurricane. That hurricane was supposed to hit Texas and
So
Louisiana.
let's go. Let's eradicate
You
these
feel me?
guys and let's go right now. Let's go.
But
Five
that's the
seconds.
thing.
Everybody mute.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that.
See, he don't want to do it.
It's
I
not
said
that because I've already done it. I saved hella people's lives from Texas and Louisiana storm. That shit was about to
So
kill us.
let's save the whole world
So,
by eradicating
but
them right now. Let's go.
here's the
5 seconds.
thing. But
Mute.
this is why the collective consciousness has to be involved. Here's the thing. The reason why it won't happen isn't because it can't happen. It's because people aren't willing to let go. Listen,
Yo, I know
I'm gonna
right
break
now
this down
10
in the most
people would
simplest
lose their
terms. Let's
brains
not even
right
talk
now
on no
if we
spiritual
do
shit.
it.
I'm gonna break it down on some simple
hold on.
money
Do the
terms.
5 second
Simple money
meditation
terms.
with it right quick though. Do the 5 second meditation. We got to go there right now. Somebody needs to get saved right
10
now.
people is going to lose
Joey,
their brains right now.
5 seconds, just
5 seconds.
deep breath, just a
Joey,
deep
stay on the
breath for
live. I'm gonna
five
bring you
seconds.
back up. Can you hear me? I don't know if you heard me or not. Did he hear me? I hope so. Hold on. So I get what y'all want to do. All right. Let's see. What are we gonna shift?
Is she still in? Is she still in the live?
Yeah, she's still in here. What do y'all want
I'm
to shift?
muted. I was
Okay,
doing
I
it.
can't see.
Okay.
I can't see her. My bad. I can't. I
What do
thought she
y'all
had
want to
dropped.
shift? What do y'all want to shift? Name something.
Okay, yeah, we set the intention. Let's set the intention.
What do you want to shift though?
We want 10 brains melted from the motherfucking oligarch seat. Netanyahu and all they tribal bandwagon, whoever's gonna melt, 10 of them, we hitting 10 tonight.
Well,
5 seconds
wait.
silence,
That's
10
kind of
brains gonna go
intense.
eradicated.
Hold on, brother. You
Let's
said
save
what?
10 families today from poverty based off of the world changing. If that means their brains have to get
I want
melted,
10
that's
people
yours
dead.
particular intent. That's your intention. I'm gonna set my intention. I want to save 10 people after you melt 10 evil people's brains. I want to save 10 beautiful people's brains.
Okay, great. Okay,
That's my
nice
outcome.
balance. Nice
Okay.
balance. What are you bringing to the table, Sage? Your dog's coming out?
I thought that was Naboo. He sleep? He's out
I
out?
need 10
Oh,
dogs.
cool. What's up?
I need 10 dog,
You got
10
him?
dog bites, 10 brain melts,
How many I
10
need left?
family saved. Nice evil
How many you got
balance.
left? Okay.
What's your sign? You a Sagittarius?
I'm Aquarius.
Oh
Huh?
yeah, hell yeah.
If you want to do my thing, because I don't know my whole
All right, hold
thing.
on.
I don't know who is where, but I know I work with Jupiter heavy. I'm heavy on Jupiter. I'm heavy
Cool.
on Mars. I'm heavy on Neptune. And
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'll do your
heavy
chart if you
on
want to.
Virgo.
Bring me
I'll
the.
do your chart for sure.
Oh wait, never mind. I have it already. Okay, bring me his
What you
iPad so I can
need?
charge it.
January 26, 1978, 1:30 in the afternoon,
Hold on.
Antigua and
Let's
Barbuda.
run after the whatchamacallit. And I don't know if Sage gonna let me do it on his platform or you want to do it on my own later.
What you mean?
She want to get a reading right quick. I was gonna say I'll do her reading right quick if you want me to. I'll do
Go
like a
ahead.
5 minute
Hell
one.
no, nigga. None of that bullshit. Nope.
We'll
Nope.
do it later. They're not ready for that. We'll
No.
do it later.
No.
I
None of that bullshit.
I'll do it.
God,
Just text
no.
me.
This I fuck with y'all. I fuck with y'all. No, certain things do not
Take your
imprint
phone.
or reflect our reality. That shit you talking about, nigga. Fuck
That's
that.
your reality.
That
That's
ain't
why
got
we
nothing to
said
do
we
with
gotta
right
set our
now.
attention.
Look, I hear certain people say you gotta know thyself. Y'all niggas don't know thyself. That's why I be laughing. I'm like, y'all niggas be trying to teach us and all this
If
shit.
you don't know
Y'all
your
niggas
moon
don't know.
sign, you definitely
Nigga,
don't know
you tell
yourself.
me
I
how
ain't
to
gonna
fuck
cap
So
your
to that.
you
moon
don't think we
cycle.
can
No, no,
eradicate
no.
10 people and
No,
save
no,
10
no. Yes,
people?
we can. As a collective,
Okay.
Here,
yes, we
Let's
can.
meditate. Let's meditate on it right quick.
The
Everybody
fuck?
got to
No, no,
focus.
no, no. Let me say this. How the fuck does your moon cycle reflect the conditions we living in? You tell me that right now. You
Your
tell me
moon,
that right now, nigga.
your
Tell me
If
moon,
that.
you
your
How
fix
moon
the
your
fuck?
sign
mind, you
reflects
can
how
fix
you
your moon.
emotionally move.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
your
okay.
emotions work.
If
Okay.
you fix your mind, if you fix your mind, Trent, you can fix your moon.
Will your
that's
moon
Tim. Trent
cycle?
in the comments.
No, no. Will your moon
I
cycle
think.
figure
Oh no, he's
Biden
not in
or
here no more.
Trump or Kamala? Or
It don't have
or
nothing to do with them.
This is an inner
oh,
work.
it
This is the
don't?
inner work we
It
doing.
don't?
Once you change
No,
the internal world, the
no,
external world will follow.
Y'all gotta
And once
realize
you
these
once you
people
exactly.
love
exist.
yourself,
No,
you'll
no,
live in
no,
a
no, no,
world
no.
that'll love
And
you
these
too.
people,
If you
no,
don't love
no,
yourself, the
that's
world will never
good.
love
That's
you.
good that y'all say that. That's good that y'all say that. But we always talk about know thyself and reflection. If these niggas exist here, they believe they exist out there too. Understand what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? Stop giving me this overwitty shit and all these fucking biblical ass stories
Yo,
and
Trent, where's your cigar at? You sound like the old man with the cigar talking about y'all kids out here talking that buzz,
No,
you
that's
know.
that's Tim. That's Tim. Trent not in here.
y'all
He
about
was
to
in here
piss me
earlier.
off. I'm sorry.
I
Look,
can't
nah,
see his
nah.
face. I can't
Nah, cause
see
Mama
him.
know. Look, I be in Mama live. She don't know this page. That's why she be like, "Young man," and this. Now, I'm like, hey, young.
Nah, so like this is my thing. I tell him like you can do this shit, but
Yeah,
the power system is not set up for it to work like that.
and you
So in
know
order
another
for
reason
you
that
to
I fuck
like
with
make
Mama is she always talk about the web. Now I do believe
okay,
in the
that's
web.
the collective consciousness.
I call the web the network. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I say no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
and this goes into tribe, this goes into civilization. Period. That's why I say I like having niggas laughed at me when I was young about this. I'm like, if we gonna read something, we're gonna do something. Let's have a book club because the way you break something down can be different from the way I break down. And talking to my partner, see that taught me, and I was like, oh, so it's all about angles. Me being a athlete, I know all about angles because I
That's what
can
I
see.
talk about too. Facts.
You dig what I'm
Modes of
saying?
observation.
This goes
Absolutely.
kaleidoscope vision.
So if y'all want to change
Kaleidoscope
something, you
vision. That's
can't
all it
like
is.
if you've never done it before, you can't just jump in. Like I mean, you can, but you're probably gonna kill yourself trying to, especially when you don't have the collective consciousness on the same wavelength. You
Yeah.
got to find three
Real shit.
high-powered souls, and y'all got to match each other's intent on what y'all want. That's how we got rid of the hurricane.
That's what that. But
You see
Everybody
how
was
I
so
fast we could have got
distracted.
bit?
Everybody was so
Dogs could have been
distracted by.
running through Gaza right
So
now,
check it out.
Sage.
Everybody was distracted. I don't call them the gods. I call them me. Everybody was
Hmm.
distracted by
I
the
said
election.
dogs.
Okay, okay.
Dogs.
So yeah. So all right. So I got you.
The blue-eyed dogs could have been running through Gaza right now, biting niggas' ankles and shit. And we'd
There's
have been
shit going,
hearing about
but
it on the
okay,
news.
but listen, there's shit going on in Palestine that nobody else knows. That's why I asked, "Where's Malad at?" Because
Mama, you
the
gotta
shit that's going
stop.
on in
You got me
Palestine,
in tears over
there's a
here.
reason. There's a reason why. There's a reason why these niggas are not eradicated. They've been here for thousands of years. There's a reason why they're not eradicated. It's because
Because you
they
don't want
move
to
like
use
that.
the dogs on them right now and the bats.
Yeah, you gotta
No,
Because
focus. You
it's
half
gotta
the
because
meditate
bats
for
and the
no,
5 seconds
dogs
and kill
Mama,
them.
flying through right
I
now and
think
all
we
the bees.
definitely
that
do.
ain't it. That's not it. It's
Go ahead,
because
Pestilence.
Sage.
Do
Go
you
ahead,
know
these
how
Sage.
people.
scared they are of dog, bats, and bees, Sage? Get out. They
But
would have doodled on themselves, and it's
so
not for the
so
party.
check this
No
out.
diddy.
The same way that these niggas prayed for Trump to lose is the same way the other parties prayed for this nigga to win. Now who won?
And they magic didn't work.
Hey,
Ours
yo, now
worked. So now we can get the dogs to come out and the
Sage.
bats and the
What's
bees
up?
and fuck them up.
Look,
Exactly. You gotta
now
focus.
we had this discussion, right? We had this discussion. I know where you going with this. Now we had this discussion where you was like, we all wanted Kamala. No, we didn't.
Exactly. You
We
feel me?
didn't all because we wasn't all on one
God
course.
didn't
We
want
did
Right.
Kamaya. Most
not.
important,
You
You
said what?
said
Say
who?
that again.
God didn't want Kamaya.
Why did I want her?
I
Why
said
would I
God
want her?
didn't want Kamala.
Oh, but See, that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, I can't
Facts.
put God in
I
this.
didn't want Kamala, and I'm
I
God.
can't
That's
I
a
put
whole
God
got
in
nother
this
that.
shit
discussion.
Now
because
we
neither
don't
one
want
of
to
them
be
was good.
God.
Neither one of these niggas
How
was
we
Wait a
don't
God.
want
minute,
to be God
because
now?
in
God
in in
said
my
no.
mental, in my reality, okay. Wait a minute. Crystallized. Do you have children?
Nah,
No.
not yet.
Okay. Mama, her name is Mama, so we know what the fuck she got. Okay, Sage, you have children, right?
Right.
Okay, so in my eyes, they are creator gods. Yes, they are
Okay.
gods. They created life. They've created a reality. They created. Uh, Mama is a rule maker. She's a lawmaker. So she's all the things that we supposed to be bowed down to in Christianity.
So
She's
it goes back
everything
to
of
that.
that.
Let us make man in our image. And my daughter coming in
Yes,
at 7 years
she
old saying,
formed
"Dad,
that.
you're God.
See
But
Mom, you're
dude,
me,
God."
that's her
see if
world
you
though. That's
no
her
no,
whole
Crystal,
universe.
let me finish. See, I'm a child of trauma, but do I give trauma? No, I don't. Because that's a choice.
Right.
That's a choice to treat people the way they treated you.
Facts.
Is that not taught in Christianity?
Yes.
Facts. Oh
Yes.
my
You dig
God.
what I'm saying? You see how easy this shit
Uh,
is? A caveman can
that's a
do it because they
Bro, I
real.
keep
kids.
That's
saying
a
it's so simple.
real.
It's so simple, but most niggas don't want to fucking sit down with the simplicities
And I
because we want to
and
make complex
crystallize. What I tell
everything
you all the time,
complicated.
I know nothing, nigga. I just know experience.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what?
But
You
see, when
know
you
what?
say you know nothing,
And what
you really
happens,
saying you know
Sage?
God.
What happens
I
when
know
they
my
don't
mama.
do that, Sage?
Who
Don't
governs
they
your
get what
life?
they're reflecting in their moon back to them right now? Why they in
Mhm.
pain and
But
suffering and in the
so
perpetual loop?
I can't even use the astrology shit because like the
Mama, when you
astrology
was
shit
talking
it
about,
differs.
I think you said your father passed, right? And I and I
Yes.
and I said I was like, my mom just passed in January. So me going through that, I never see. I done had plenty of death. I had people die in my arms, this and that, this and that. But when your parents and your elders, the ones who anchored you, when they pass, guess what you have to do? You have to realign yourself. So
Yo, what?
that's how I know it's reflections. Because she just said you have to realign yourself with the moon and this and that, this and that, this and that. I
Black
know
Panther.
I have to realign myself.
Black
And I
Panther.
know
Bro, do you know what it
legally,
is like to have everything you love and cherish get picked one by one
yes,
by one
yes,
by one, and you know the killers, and you're
yes,
a woman, and you little, and they steal you, and they take you away, and write in a book that your shit was built in 1800s?
hmm knowing they
Do you know
lying.
what that
Yeah.
does to your freaking shit? Excuse me. Oh my God. So what I'm talking, the fact that I'm standing up right now to even tell you love your mother and your father type shit, what? It's a miracle.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to have hated this whole shit.
Hmm.
I'm
yeah.
not supposed to tell you about no north is no father and no south is no mother and no Mars is no brother. I'm not supposed to love you, Sage. And
Facts.
I can't help loving you. The hell? That's a
Yes.
miracle.
King, look, bro. Sometimes it's good being an asshole. I'm an asshole. That's why I fuck with you. Look,
You
this is
done,
not a
BJ.
voodoo talk right
Yeah, I
now.
love
BJ
y'all,
lost.
bro. Not on the real though. On the real.
I
Like I
know
No,
he
love
no,
all
lost when he
y'all.
no.
came in. I don't know what he
And can't
came in
no,
on.
and you know what's funny about that, mama? And this is what a lot of people got to know. Can't nobody denounce that. You know why? Because it's your love to give.
Fact. And okay,
Can't
so Tim,
nobody
how
question
you
your
feel about this?
love.
Because I say this all the time. Niggas hate me for saying this shit, but I'm gonna say it. Listen, that shit where they be like, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to give your gifts to the world and shine and all that." No, the fuck you're not. No, the fuck you're not. Name every person that has ever been a creative that gave their gifts
Say,
out to the world and they was murdered for it.
say, see, you going in my play
A
part
lot, but we
because
in the
guess
Bro,
what?
that's
Renaissance
why.
era
What?
though. You
Why
got to
you
be
think I be? I
Leonardo
got
da
all the
Vinci.
time. Bro, I'm be
You
sitting
got
here,
to
bro.
be
Like,
Leonardo da
why
Vinci
you
right
That's
hate
now.
this
going in
shit?
the
Why you don't
law.
be doing it? Nigga, it ain't for
That's
y'all.
going in the law. That's going in the law.
Everything
So
is
wait a
law
minute.
though.
So it
That's why you
is.
build your
It is. That's
pantheon
why I
before
keep
you
talking
step
about
out
it.
stage. You
That's
step
why I
out
keep
with your
talking about it.
pantheon first. You build
That's why I
as the
You know,
keep
we
master
talking
I
about
just
it.
be
mason
we
and
trying to
got we
tell
got to
these
seeker.
represent
niggas.
that Maya energy. We got to represent the law.
Crystallized. That's why I keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep beating this shit against niggas' head. I ain't Christian though. I ain't like them other niggas who be trying to pick. Like I hate them niggas. They used to come in
Law
my live
stands
all
for
the time. They used to
land,
come in me
air,
and
and
save live
water.
all the time and just talk a whole bunch of Christian shit. Like I know what you're saying. Like you know them niggas who speak in parables and shit.
Yeah.
And I used to hate that shit. But I
It's
knew
not
what they
bad, but you
meant.
can't be locked
But
in that
no, no,
space.
no, no.
That's that
The thing,
vagabond shit.
but they
That
were
vagabond
so
Vanderbilt shit.
mhm,
Fuck out of
yeah,
here.
but
Excuse
they
me.
were so in love with Christianity to where they couldn't even get the full concept of what it was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no, everything is private and public. Everything
Yes.
is.
Everything's
So
private and public. That's
when
funny.
yeah, because I can only if I give you certain amount of information, I give it to you. That's public. But when you ask certain questions, I'm like, nah, that's for me. That's for me and mine. That's not for you. But guess what? It was a choice for me to say that. You know what? It was a thought and a choice for me to state my opinion and say what I said. So when somebody that's like me over here, this is the safe side. When I go on TikTok, it's a war zone. You know why? Because I'm being attacked by niggas attacking my identity. First of all, I get my ideology, my reality, my identification from who? Would you say God? You would say God, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say my parents.
That's your God.
Yeah, God.
Exactly. That's
You a
all I
Libra
want
Yeah.
too,
people to
right?
understand that.
Hey, that's
Can't
crazy.
nobody tell
No,
me
that's
what
crazy
I
though,
am
because
if
listen,
my
my
parents didn't
daughter,
say it.
bro, my daughter is a Libra sun, Scorpio moon, but she said that shit at
Hmm.
7 years old. She was like, Dad, your
Oh yeah,
God,
she's
Mom, your
tapped
God.
in. Look,
You feel me?
let me, real quick. Why you say that? Because this is because your mama hates zodiac so much. But her being able to do that, let me break down what that just
One
means.
fish, two fish,
That means
abracadabra, your bitch is
listen,
my bitch.
real quick, but listen.
Libras
She's
a
a
trip.
Libra. Libra, to me, honestly, I feel like Libra is the most intellectual or the most understanding or that has the highest ability
We're
to
the most
receive
we're
information
balanced. Our
Libras
parents
ain't shit
literally a
either, bro.
scale.
Fuck these zodiacs. We all ain't shit. That's how
and
I
then
look at it.
and
Ain't
then
nobody
boom
special.
with the Scorpio moon, that means she feels super deeply, and Scorpios have an amazing power of being able to like take shit to
But
the
see, that's all
deepest
her external.
level.
That's not her Vedic. Her Vedic is totally different. Her Vedic, she would be a Virgo, and she would be a Scorpio moon. So she's a
I
Libra moon.
call it
So
bullshit, but to
that's the same
some
shit
point
though.
it
Cause
is
that's
right.
what I don't tell people. Because people like your mama gonna really get confused when you start saying shit like that. Cause they don't like he don't like being put in a box, and he feel like that's putting him in a box. And then you telling him he got multiple boxes, so
But
now
it
he feel
is
like he
though, and
even more
he's
boxes.
not. He's
No,
not
no, no,
wrong.
no, 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 no. When you say
He's not wrong.
confused is something different. When I say I won't allow me as a life being that has 10 fingers, 10 toes, and a soul, I will tell you what I am. I don't need another person telling me what I am. We've been through
No,
that already.
Yeah,
That
and I
but
get it
timeline
that's
had
you
to be
because
having.
I.
recent.
But see, that's the ego. That's because you got a powerful ego. There's nothing wrong with having a powerful
I
ego
hate to
if you
sound like an
define
asshole. That's
yourself
not ego.
a certain
No, no,
type
no,
of
no, no.
way.
You can't put ego. Look, y'all have
You
to
African descent with
redefine
the
this
lips
word
people
ego.
a little bit.
I need y'all to redefine that shit because y'all use ego for everything, nigga. Just because it's
What's
cereal
your
don't make it
definition of
Captain
ego?
Crunch. Ego is a mindset and it comes from the heart. Okay? When I say I will not let another motherfucker define who I am, that's me as a sovereign being. I ain't say sovereignty,
But
that's a citizen.
at the same
I said
time, though,
sovereign
you
being.
a
A
human.
sovereign
Yeah.
being. Look, I heard
Yeah.
Heavy talking earlier. I fuck with Heavy on a lot of notes. But can't nobody else voice their opinion, open their fucking throat chakras, and tell me what I am.
Okay,
That's a
but
Because
fact.
you don't know me.
when you went, but
You
listen,
don't know
okay,
me.
boom.
You don't know
Yeah.
the
When you
life I
were
lived. You
born,
don't
Yeah.
know
you're
my
looking at
lineage.
astrology. You're looking at astrology as something that's trying to tell you about you that you don't already know. We all know that we're just being constantly reminded as we live in life. Just
Yeah.
like, okay, boom. You studied
Hey, in the
law.
90s,
Law was created
they
before you
called
was
us
here.
African booty scratchers. Am I African booty scratcher? No, the fuck I'm not. Why would I
But
let another
no,
nigga tell me what the
that's
fuck
not a
I
good
am?
example. The
Crystal,
point I guess I'm
have you
trying to
ever
make
tried
is,
Crystal?
yeah.
Have you ever tried doing the opposite of what your zodiac tells you?
Why would I do that? I am my zodiac.
You're all the zodiacs.
No,
You
listen.
are
Okay, boom.
African, but act like a
Let me
half.
explain. Okay,
This is
let me
You
put it like this.
I'm telling you, this is a hat.
one
Hold
minute
on, hold on. Let me
crystallized.
land it. Let me
One
land it. I'm gonna let you finish.
second.
Let me
Who the
land it.
fuck is
Let me
African?
Right.
let me land it. Let me land it. So the reason why I said that is because what he's talking about is the reason why he can't be limited by the zodiac, which makes sense for most alpha male niggas, like real niggas that I know. The reason why is because when you follow it according to what the stars say, you're following the matrix plan for your life. You see what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
use it like that
And
though.
that's why I asked you, have you ever done the opposite? Because what I teach is to do. It tells you what it
Oh,
says
this
and what you're
nigga
going to deal with,
DJ getting
right?
my fucking nerves. I think he do it on purpose now.
So it's what they do is they'll give you a plan for your day, right? Like I told you, a
Fucking
lot of people start
African
with
nigga. I'm
astrology. They
Choctaw,
start with
nigga.
astrology, but they don't I say go to the east. That's why they told Jesus to go to the
But
east. You know what I'm
that's why
saying?
on all the temples, though, they got the first thing you see is know thyself. So I feel like knowing
Yo,
thyself,
Sage,
you
do
have
me a
to have
favor. Get
some
your
form
partner,
of
bro. Get your homeboy.
you have to have a blueprint in which you're beginning to know yourself. So if you
But
use
you can't have a
astrology,
blueprint with just a half-ass blueprint. You feel me?
I'm gonna
If
tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I agree. Why I agree somewhat or more than like most likely with what Sage is saying, right? Because when I was growing up as a teenager, I realized I was getting certain outcomes and I was paying attention. I was very aware and observant. So I was looking at the women in my community, in my village at the time, and I was seeing certain things keep reoccurring over and over. And then I would listen to the men by themselves having certain conversations. And I didn't like the responses or the conversations just like now with or without the women in the room, the conversations. I didn't like it then, and I promised myself that I was gonna be everything they said a woman was. I was gonna be the opposite,
Yeah, yeah,
and everything that people were saying they imagined of me because I looked like the women that you know what I mean. Because we all look alike. I
yeah,
yeah.
decided to go do the complete opposite.
no,
So
that's
I
facts.
feel you
now
on that. Yeah.
now that we're having this conversation now, right? And I'm talking, and people like he would say, "Are you a Sagittarius or are you a da 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 da?" Yeah, no, I am everything because I literally built the codman.
No, it makes sense
I
because
built
like
my
shit.
body back.
Following my
you
damn zodiac, they told me to marry a Leo. I married that shit and she almost killed me, nigga.
okay,
No,
Fuck
I
that.
that's like
no
okay,
look.
so
I fuck
okay,
with
so
all
Fuck
y'all
that.
what y'all just said, but hold on, let me tell this nigga DJ something. Who the fuck is Ubuntu, nigga? Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Ubuntu. I am because we are. That's what that means.
This nigga I'm talking about, nigga. You an
It's a
African
tribe.
nigga. Your name is
It's a
no nigga.
principle,
I
actually.
am
It's more of a principle in
Choctaw.
Africa.
And
Even though
look,
I
look,
am
look, look.
because we are.
DJ, you know so much. Who do the Choctaw fall under? Cause you know everything about everything across the pond, but don't know shit about what's in your backyard.
he gonna take too long responding. But
Nah, but nah. DJ is actually African. I can look at that nigga. That nigga
Nah,
look
that nigga
like
that
African.
nigga African.
We definitely African.
I forgot.
nah.
Damn,
He
what the
look
hell you
like
said? I
They
forgot
give
what
him
the hell
a
you was saying. What
he
was you saying?
he not Jamaican. My bad.
nah.
Haitian. My
That
bad.
nigga DJ look like Chicken George without the straw hat.
That's funny as
He
hell.
said he
Stupid.
Chicken George.
That nigga look like beloved granddaddy. Stupid.
That's funny as hell.
DJ, you gonna take that? I know your ass gonna about to pop up with a request. As soon as he do,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
bringing that nigga up.
Yeah,
That nigga like
no.
Nah,
Frederick
but it's a real
Douglass
thing.
with a
I get the
gap tooth.
astrology shit because the new age shit, but we've been following the stars forever. But I've been telling people, y'all don't even follow the 13 moon calendar, so it's not accurate. That's why. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Man,
I
that's what I'm saying.
I think
I
it's
need a
just
link with the 13 moon calendar, Sage. Do you have
Lawoftime.org.
any?
Lawoftime.org.
Who?
Lawoftime.org. The lawoftime.org.
This
Okay,
nigga Church
got
said
you.
he that
Lawoftime.org.
man is a colored and a Negro at the same time. That
Bro,
is the bar of the
Trent
night.
and DJ be going back and forth and have been going back and forth since they met. When it come to this roasting shit, I stay out of it because I already know these niggas gonna get on my
Hey,
hype
bro, I'm
man
from
say shit.
Atlanta, bro. I was raised on this. Niggas gotta leave me alone.
Gotta get your galactic signature definitely.
yeah. I tap into that. That shit is hard. That's something
Because
that
I've been just doing it from a holistic standpoint. You feel me, Sage? Where I've been
Mhm.
just putting all the luminaries in the cosmic body
See, I
and
feel
just know
astrology
how
deals
they
with the spirit.
function.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel astrology deals with the spirit and how you can be controlled because that's why they
Mm-hmm.
prick your foot and this goes into law. But remember
Mm-hmm.
that you know the phrase in the Abrahamic religions, "I knew you before you were born." The
Right.
astrology is what they were talking about. You see what I'm
You
saying? And
see,
exactly.
I
See, I
came
have
up
to
in a
follow the
different era.
Okay, I got you. I like the way you put it. So
Okay,
that
I have
goes
to
into
so
follow the
coding. That
13.
goes into coding.
Yes,
so
exactly. Now you
So
see you
right.
getting somewhere.
So
So that's why I
guess
yeah,
said we
I
what?
got to
see
go
So
back
that.
to
guess
the.
what?
Yeah.
That's
So
why you got to get
so
back to
guess
the blood. And see, I'm an Ophiuchus by birth. Like literally, I'm really Ophiuchus in almost
I
all my
will I
places.
will I found
But
that
that's
out
the hidden
about
sign.
myself too.
That's the
That
hidden sign. That's the
okay.
sign.
So
That's the sign that brings in the
if you're
apocalypse.
a fucus, it means that you're the Christ. which
Exactly.
means you need to be working on your Mercury.
Exactly. Which is
Oh,
what I
wait a
did.
Okay.
minute.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank
See,
you.
and I don't do astrology. I just know how to build the
Thank you.
body and I know how the body
Thank
functions
you.
because I was a medical major.
Thank
I
You
was
see
a
what I'm
you.
saying?
medical major. I changed my major from business and
That's
went
right.
into medical,
Okay,
right?
let
I
me make
got
this
all the
example.
knowledge. I'm
Let me make
sorry.
this example right quick. That's perfect. Cause
Sure.
that's exactly how you just like okay, boom. That's like not leaning on the understanding that already exists. Not using astrology is like being a student of psychology, health, wellness, and not wanting to accept what's already given to you. So you already have knowledge based off of this existence existing before your ego inhabited the body that you're currently in. The body exists on this density. This density has rules and laws and a manual. You read the
So are you
manual, the
saying the
manual is
soul is
astrology.
ego?
No, no, what the soul is the piece of God that you have to
No, but you
utilize
said
this body.
you said before the energy entered the body.
Yeah, you are soulless. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 1 second, 1 second, because we really doing a really nice salad right now. Okay, so I want you to continue with what you're doing, crystallize, but I want to address what he's saying. Yes, you are from zero to like 35. You had a certain number of cycles to do what would be called overcoming your apep period, your apep moments, overcoming your shadows, overcoming your urges, overcoming. So when you overcome, that's when, okay, you don't know when is your last overcoming. So this is what Jesus was saying, to do it 70 times, 7 times 7, and one more time.
Mhm.
Right,
And that's the
because no
chakras. You
one
got
knows the hour.
7 days to
Right,
make the universe.
right. So you, because you don't know the hour or the time, you are supposed to remain in quote unquote faith. I'm only
I
quoting
got
for
you.
you to
I
get the
got you.
right. Okay, so when you did when the time shall come and you get your judgment,
Mhm.
then you will be with united with your soul. So that was what was mentioned when it was saying in the Old Testament that you're supposed to be set apart, and they kept talking about set apart, set apart, set apart. That's what that
Let
was
me know when
for.
I can ask you a question, because now you
Sure.
speaking on this has it makes me want to reshape the question that I asked you and Heavy the other day. Because do you remember
Yeah,
when I
sure.
said
Go ahead.
when I was like emotions are natural? Remember when I said that? And y'all went
Yes.
through and I understood and I accepted both of y'all dialogue the way y'all broke it down. But now it makes me reshape it because the way you just said that, I don't think y'all are counting conditions.
Mm.
And so
The conditions is the
let me keep going. Let me
contract.
keep going because I ain't got
But go
into it
ahead.
fully. What I mean is we don't know, like we're just going off what's written down on paper. We don't physically or mentally or fully remember what the original natural emotions are. I don't think, like, now I'm going to be 100% blunt with this. I don't think fear is natural. What I mean by that is the way he said, I think it was crystallized earlier. He was talking about a tiger or a lion or something, and he was saying, you remember what I'm talking about, crystallized?
Yeah, I
How
know what
you
you're talking about.
explained
You
that?
want me to hit it right quick?
Yeah, yeah. Explain that
So
real quick
basically,
again.
that was so when you have fear, I was talking about biting of the tree of good and evil. It no, I was it didn't even beyond that. I was more so just talking about the physicality of life, right? So we all tap in. We're all just energy, and we're able to utilize certain levels of energy based off of one, our level of enlightenment, the level of intellect our soul has, and that comes with time, and you know how many lifetimes and how many life cycles you incarnated based off of how much intellect or acoustic records you can tap into. So if you're
Yeah,
more intellectual, you can tap into more levels of time and acoustic based off of your soul being that old. So when you utilize basically, because now I'm trying to go back to the point, but when you utilize that, that's what astrology is. That's you being able to utilize what's been created and been used for eons.
Okay,
Our
now let
ancestors
me get
created
back to
this
what I'm saying.
thousands and thousands of years ago. So it's almost like kind of I feel what you're saying, but I feel like you're low key. I ain't gonna say nothing. We're
No,
all
no,
grown,
you no, no, no.
but
You
you're.
that's a
I feel
great
like to me
point.
personally, you're limiting your ability to understand yourself
No, you're not
by
understanding.
not
Okay,
using astrology.
what I have to put in place is influence.
Mama
Okay,
left.
and when I'm not even just influence, we're talking about man-made
Oh yeah, she left.
and
Oh wait, no,
natural
she didn't.
influence. Okay, so a man who loves his family
Hold on.
being
Got an
doomed
extension.
in hell because remember emotions. We talk about love, right? We talk about love. Love is an emotion, right?
Mhm.
We
Booty
talk about
hole.
love,
Oh
but at the
Lord.
same time, you can love a
I
woman
accepted
who can
mama,
drive
bro.
you.
What?
You can love a woman that can drive you
Hold on,
batshit
IG tripping.
crazy and put you in hell. But a woman can also put you in heaven and bliss,
Mhm.
right? This is a yes or no. Because I'm gonna
Nah,
keep
nah,
going what
yeah,
I'm
I
talking
agree.
about.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree on that.
Like, you can love a woman, but it's two sides of that. You can be in love with a demon,
This nigga
or you could be
But
in
listen,
love
that's
with a
why I
woman
don't
that's
date a
gonna
girl
shape
without
your
doing her
world to a
chart. The
better.
first or second date, I'm gonna do her entire natal chart, just
No,
because
but
that's
from
how
what
I
you
live
just
my
said
life. You
about
don't have to do that, but
astrology,
that's
no,
how
no,
I
no, no.
move.
But what you just said about astrology, that code is written.
It,
Hey
but I
man,
don't.
you gotta be careful
Okay,
with that, man,
That
cause you
this
cause you'll
this is
cause
when
you'll
I put
miss
the
out
matrix in there.
on some.
Because
I'm
legally
sorry,
we
bro.
are all legalized as agents. But then at a point, when do you become Agent Smith and break the code?
when you reach enlightenment,
Hmm?
when you become Neo, you have to become Neo. Neo realized that he was in a game.
Agent
Once he
Smith. But
realized
look,
he
look,
was
look,
in a
look. But
game,
what's
he
the
was able to
difference
use the
between
game
Agent
and
Smith and
manifest
Neo? They are
anything he
not the
wanted
same
to.
person.
You said
They might
what?
be on the same frequency. They're not technically the same person. I said,
Who?
what's the difference between Neo and Agent Smith?
Agent Smith
This is
is
where
the
I get
Matrix.
Satan. This is why I talked about the other day. Y'all didn't understand what the fuck I was saying. That's why I talk about Jesus and Satan. Because to me, they're twins. They're the same fucking person.
Nah,
That's
well,
why
they are,
when
but
you
they're
break
opposite
down
sides
and
of the
describe
coin.
both of these niggas, they're the same person.
But no, but they're opposite
Agent
sides of the
Smith and
coin, though.
Neo
I was
are
like doing that.
Jesus and Satan, nigga.
Oh really?
They're
I
different
was
sides
like
of the
doing that.
coin, though. There has to be difference.
Nigga,
That's what creates
no,
life.
you're
If there was no
creating that. Where does
separation,
it
it
say
wouldn't be no
that at?
life. It
Where
has to
does it
be
say that at
separation for
though?
there to be life.
No, where does it say that at?
Where does
Where
what
does
say
it say
what?
that at? Give me a point where it say that at.
Say what?
They're the same fucking person.
Give me the Bible scripture that says God and the devil are the same person.
You give me a Bible scripture that
You
said
the
they
one
not.
bring up, give me the description. That's why I
Nigga,
said
are
what?
they not both the light bearers?
No.
Oh, do they not both sit on the throne?
Yes, but they're two different thrones,
Do
though.
they?
It's not
No,
the
no.
same
At
throne.
one point in time, do they not both have the keys?
It's the throne of darkness and it's the throne of light. It's two
Who
different
said that?
spaces.
Who said that? Who
That's
said
just
that? Did we
facts. It's
create that
like
or did they
obvious.
say that? How the fuck is it obvious? Did it say that?
But
Don't
but
create
listen,
words.
but listen, you
Don't
can
say
you
what the
can
fuck
even
they
go to
said.
you can even go to Troy.
This is
What's
what
his
I'll be
name?
talking
Pastor
about.
Troy.
This is what I'll be talking about. This is
You
what
can
I'll be
go to
talking
Pastor
about.
Troy. What if heaven was hell and
This is
vice
why
versa,
I
though?
asked you,
You can't look at
Crystal.
it
I
all
asked
being and
you
vice versa.
when they
This is
said
what I'll
that
be
they
talking
cast
about,
them out
bro.
of heaven. When they said that they cast Satan and a third of the angels fell, it said that they fell from the seventh heaven to the third heaven, but they did not fall to earth. They never did.
You got to look at it metaphysical though. That's the crown chakra to the solar plexus chakra. So that's from being with God to being in a state of survival because the
Hey,
third chakra is
let-
your hunger
can
chakra. That's the chakra of willpower and
No, my
desire
bad. My
and
bad,
hunger and
Trent. No, no,
willpower.
this is your specialty, right? My bad.
yeah, I gotta help y'all, man. Let me help y'all out. I understand niggas just learn how to read in college. It ain't your fault, nigga. Education system ain't shit. Look, hear me when I say this. We listen. Either you gonna believe in the Bible or you not. That's listen. That's what I do, and I'm not knocking this because I'm listening to y'all exchange our information and y'all research. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think this is information. I think this is experience.
Whatever it may
That
be, I
too.
don't give a shit. But
Because
hear me when I
experience.
say this though. where I'm getting at is that we can't keep referencing the Bible and you don't believe in it or you don't believe
How?
what it say. No,
How
no.
was
Listen,
that?
just hear
Okay,
me
I
when I
got you. I
say
got
this.
you. Shut the fuck
Just
up. I got
just
you.
hear me when I say this, right? Hear me when I say this, right? And I'm gonna give you a great example, right? You can't keep referencing the Bible and you don't believe in the Bible. You can't say, "Well, I read it and I want to pick and choose from it," right?
Okay, I got
That's
you.
nigga. That's like this. It's like this. I'm gonna put some game on you, right? Like I know bitches, right? So bitches is my thing. I'm gonna just hear me when I say this. I know bitches, right? And they, people always say, you know what I'm saying? You hear bitches say, a real good man, will do this and do that, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll start naming shit. He take care of kids no matter what. He suck toes. They'll start naming stupid shit, right? And they'll say that's a good man, right? Now hear me when I say this though. When you be like, but you a hoe, so that don't make no sense, right? To us as men, we get it when we say that, right? But to other females, they're not gonna get it, right?
Got you.
So now hear me when I say this though. But the rule every man understands is that you don't get to come under the protection or use my name, right, without submitting to me first. You get what I'm saying? You
That's a
don't get to
fact.
say you with the set if you ain't been put on yet, nigga. You don't get to say
I
what
understand
I
that
read
part
if
more
you
than
ain't
the other.
bled
Okay, I
for it.
got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like so when niggas use lingo like, and that's on the dead homies, and I be like,
Yeah.
nigga, what dead homies you got, nigga? Like talk to me. And they be like, nah, nigga, I got homies. You don't have no dead homies, bro. You know some crackheads in the hood that passed away, but they wasn't your homies, nigga. They just a nigga you knew that died.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my only standpoint I keep saying about this is that I'm not saying you guys can't exchange experience, information, or whatever. What I'm saying is we can't keep going back to religion and then say we gotta leave religion. We can't. You niggas can't say, well, we know the Abrahamic God ain't the real God, but then we going back to what he said.
That's what I've
But
been
okay,
trying to
look,
get
look,
you
look,
to
look, look.
understand
Stop.
today.
I don't
That's
want
Stop.
any.
all.
Let me say this. I don't want any Christians to take this as disrespect.
No, no,
This
no,
is
no,
a.
no. But
This is
that's what I'm
coming
saying.
from a
It's not.
being.
No, no,
This is
no. But
coming from a
listen.
being. All my family. I'm talking about. I come from a line of bishops, pastors, and actual people who created churches in Georgia and in California and Louisiana. So all I know is Christianity. This is
Okay.
why I speak of this. I'm coming from experience.
So
That's why I
look.
talk about Christianity. I talk about the Mormons, even though that is
Okay,
Christianity too.
but
But a
listen.
lot of
Hold on.
people won't believe that or accept that. But
But
still, it's the same
okay.
thing.
No,
They
no, listen.
read the Christian Bible and they had the Book of Mormon. But what I just said was,
But
first of
wait, wait,
all,
wait,
the
wait, wait,
woman
wait,
that
wait, wait,
wrote
wait,
the
wait.
Matrix, what was her purpose of writing that book?
She was saying the second coming of Jesus Christ. I know that. She said it was the second
There you
coming.
No,
go.
no,
She said,
it was that part too, but it was to break away from what?
"Oh yeah, the current society we got going on." Yeah,
Okay,
but see,
that's
wait,
that, but
wait,
still.
but listen,
If
I'm not that far
Christianity
yet.
was a
I'm
part
not
of
that.
that, right?
But she
The
wrote it.
religion part.
No, but wait. She literally said Neo is Jesus. She said she wrote that as the second
Yes,
coming of
she did
Christ.
say that.
So this is what I'm saying. The reason why these conversations become convoluted and circular, which pretty much end up being confusion in the long run. Nobody
Got
gets
you, got
nowhere.
you,
It's
got
because
you.
niggas keep referencing something and then denying what they referencing. So, example, homie just said, "Well, give me the where does it say in the Bible?" You go, "Well, nigga, you tell me where it said in the Bible." Neither one of you niggas don't fuck with the Bible, so stop bringing it up.
Wait, who said I don't?
No. I'm not
Oh, I got
accusing
you.
you
I
of
got you.
nothing.
I got you.